Have you ever been on a project that felt like it was moving way too slow and way too fast, all at the same time? You know that feeling of chaos? Well, today we're going to unpack the Agile work hierarchy. It's a really simple but incredibly powerful blueprint for turning those massive, complex ideas into clear, daily actions.
And that's the big question, right? Every single organization struggles with this. How do you keep that long-term strategy on track while giving your teams the focus they need to just get today's work done? It feels like you need a telescope and a microscope at the exact same time.
And this right here, this slide, just nails the core tension. You've got the strategic view up top, executives thinking 3 to 6 months out. Then, way down at the ground level, you have developers who just need to know, what do I do today? This isn't a conflict between people, not at all. It's a conflict of perspective. And the Agile hierarchy, well, that's the bridge that connects these two worlds.
So, how do we actually build that bridge? The answer is this Agile work hierarchy. Let's break down the blueprint that connects a high-level vision all the way down to a single line of code.
Okay, first up, the epic. The easiest way to think about an epic is like a big container for a major company initiative. It's the answer to the question, what's the big thing we're trying to achieve this quarter? It's way too big to tackle all at once, but it gives us a really clear strategic direction.
Now that huge epic gets broken down into smaller pieces we call user stories. A user story is a specific feature, but, and this is the crucial part, it's always framed from the user's point of view. It describes what they want and why they want it, which keeps the team laser-focused on delivering actual value.
And finally, we get down to the ground level with tasks. So if a user story is the what, then tasks are the how. These are the specific technical action items. You know, the checklist a developer works through to bring that user story to life. This is where the rubber really meets the road.
And this quote, oh man, it just perfectly captures the whole philosophy. This isn't about creating some massive, rigid plan from day one. It's all about what's called progressive elaboration. You only add the nitty-gritty details right before you need them. This gives you both a clear direction and the flexibility to change course as you learn new things. It's brilliant.
All right, theory is great, but let's make this real. We're going to follow a single idea all the way from a high-level strategic goal down to the actual tasks on a developer's to-do list.
So, it all starts here, with a clear business objective. Notice how it's a specific, measurable outcome we want to hit. This is our North Star for this whole thing.
Okay, so that big strategic goal gets translated into a large-scale initiative, our epic. To get that 40% increase in engagement, the team decides, you know what, we're going to build a personalized newsfeed.
But you can't build the entire newsfeed at once, right? So we break off a valuable piece of it, a user story. And just look at this format. As a, I want, so that it perfectly defines who benefits, what they're getting, and why it even matters to them. This is just a perfect little slice of user value.
And finally, that one user story is broken down into concrete tasks for the dev team. This becomes their actionable checklist. Design the algorithm, track user activity, build the service, write the tests. And just like that, a huge Q3 strategic goal has become today's work. See how it all connects?
So we've seen how it works. But the bigger question is, why is this structure so effective? Let's talk about the actual advantages this system gives you. What's the real payoff?
The payoff here is huge. First, it enables that multi-scale planning we talked about. Executives, managers, developers, everyone sees the level of detail that's right for them. Second, it gives you this amazing balance between structure and flexibility. You get direction, but it's not brittle. And third, and this is a total game changer for morale, it improves visibility. When every single task traces all the way back up to a strategic goal, people know their work actually matters. And finally, you get incremental commitment. By deciding on the details just in time, you cut down on rework and can pivot based on what you learn.
Of course, no system is foolproof, and there are definitely some common traps people fall into. So, to wrap things up, let's turn some of those common mistakes into 5 simple rules you can use to keep your hierarchy healthy and effective. Okay, 5 key rules to remember. Number 1, keep it simple. Don't add extra layers of hierarchy you don't actually need. 2, focus on vertical slices. That just means delivering a complete piece of value to the user, not just one technical bit. 3, remember that overlap is okay. Epics are for grouping related work. They aren't a rigid project plan. 4, don't try to force fit everything.
It's perfectly fine to have standalone stories or urgent bug fixes. And 5, probably the most important rule of all, treat this whole thing as a living tool. Adapt it as you learn and as priorities change.
And that brings us to a final thought for you. Which level of planning is your natural focus? Are you a big picture, epic level thinker, or do you really thrive down in the details in the world of tasks? Understanding where you naturally focus is the first step to seeing how you fit into that bigger picture, and how this blueprint can help everyone on your team work together so much more effectively.